Hello everyone. Welcome to the first round review of Candidates 2026. March 29, 2026 to April 17, 2026. Whoever wins this tournament will play against Gukesh and whoever wins that match will become world champion. And as you all know, last time Gukesh won and Gukesh played against Ding and he won the become the world champion. Sorry for the mistake. And round one, Hikaru versus Fabiano won, and Pragnananda versus Anish, Pragnananda won, and Sindaro versus Espinko, Sindaro won, and Blue Baum versus Wei A, it went to enter draw, and all three games won by white. So the first game we are going to look into is Hikaru versus Fabiano. The crucial point where I observed was after a queen exchange, there was a mistake from Hikaru, and there were multiple places inaccuracies were played. We'll quickly take a look. I was surprised with the opening. He played knight f3 and then d5, c4, and then e6, g3, d4, and bishop d2, knight c6, kingside castling, bishop c5, and e3, knight g e7, and then knight takes d4. This was a move I didn't maybe expected, and then knight takes d4, pawn to b4. We usually take this, but Fabiano played b4. That is the difference between most of us and the Fabiano. They have calculated, prepared for such lines. And once b4 is played, now this piece also was under attack. This piece is also under attack. And if bishop goes here or here, you can push it again, or somehow you can do that. That's why bishop took the pawn first. And here we captured the knight back with e takes d4. Then e castles on king side, queen to b3, bishop to a5. Lot of moves were played here, just developments: knight c3, knight f5, bishop a3, and rook e8, d5, knight d4. Here till it's equal, and queen to a4. Bishop was under attack. He played b6 to defend the bishop, and rook a e1 was played here. Bishop takes d7. I'll quickly go through a phase. I'll quickly call out the moves and go to a phase where the exact change happened. And queen d1 played, c5 played, bishop b2, rook b8, and a4, a6, d takes e6, bishop takes e6. A minute, please. I'll just put on the charger. Very sorry. Bishop takes e6, and then knight d5, queen d6, bishop takes d4, c takes d4, rook e4, bishop takes c5. Here I was surprised how were this position going, and then now he captured the rook on e8. Rook takes e8, bishop takes d5, bishop b4. Here he has a bishop, queen, rook. Even Hikaru also has the same. And I could see white is a little bit very small edge. h4, a5, d3, queen f6, king g2, queen e5, queen f3. This is where the phase of the game where it was turning around. After queen f6 played, queen g4 played, and here multiple instance Hikaru wants to exchange the queen, but white doesn't want to exchange, and here comes the first mistake from Hikaru, bishop to c5. After that, white played h5, then black played h6. Rook h1 was a great move, queen g5. Here also, Fabiano don't want to exchange the queen, so he went on to queen d1, then queen e7 was played. Maybe he wants to come here to exchange, and now the bishop goes here and tries to attack this rook. And if bishops like queen comes here, we can take this rook and come back. We will have a queen and rook, and Hikaru will have a queen and bishop. So that was the idea, maybe. Then rook c8 was played. Rook attacks the queen. Queen attacks the bishop. Bishop goes to a better square d5. King f8 played. Queen to g3, g4 played, and attacking the rook. Rook came to d8. Now comes a crucial move where he will sacrifice the rook, guys. Queen e4, king g8, and then queen f5, queen d7, queen f3, rook f8, rook e5, bishop d6, attacking the rook. And you see multiple places they have tried to exchange the queen, but it hasn't happened. Rook f5 finally, and queen e7, queen g4, bishop e5, rook f3, bishop f6, queen f4, queen d8, bishop e4, rook e8, and then rook f5, queen d7, queen f4, bishop g5. It's a very long game. To call off the move itself, it is taking too much time. Queen f3 played, and here comes the move many might not accept. Rook takes f7, and if queen takes, bishop here attacking the queen, and many may blunder, and he will come back with the rook here. There are moves to play, but it is a good move that it went on, and then finally Fabiano won this game. I'll try to improve the commentary and review, guys. I'll come with better preparedness. And yeah, this is what at 83 move, Fabiano won, and he got 1 point. Now going to the Pragnananda's game, it was a normal opening and normal middle game, and exchanges were happened here. Pieces were equal, and then they went on to a rook in game. Queens were exchanged, like two knights versus a bishop and a knight. After this blunder, Pragnananda is a pawn up and he has a passer. And that passer become the win for him. Now, whatever he tries to do, he can just take it and try to convert. That's how Pragnananda won. It was a rook end game, and he converted in the end game. So going to this third game, it was a draw, and it happened in 26 moves, very less numbers. D4 was played, knight f3, f6 was played, c4, e6, knight f3. Okay, let's quickly go forward. The pieces were exchanged, queens were on the board, and brilliant move. Nice. Then they know it is a perpetual check, and they ended for a draw. Way A pushed for a draw. That's what happened. And Sindaro won against Esipenko, and that went to a 41 move game. Queen's Gambit declined. D4, D5 played, and C4, E6, Knight F3, Knight F6, Knight C3, Bishop E7, C takes D5, E takes D5, Bishop F4, Kingside castling, E3, C5, Bishop D3, Knight C6, Kingside castling, C4, Bishop C2, Knight H5, attacking the bishop. Bishop goes into a better square. These two bishops allying is very, very powerful, guys. I've seen in many of my games, my friend games, f6 played, bishop comes to g3, and f5 pushed, bishop e5, bishop e6, b3, queen a5, knight e2, d5, knight f4, knight takes f4, e takes f4, queen d8, rook e1, queen d7, rook e3, rook r a e8, h4, h6, g3, a6, king g2, bishop f7, queen d2, bishop b4, bishop attacking the queen, queen to e2, bishop h5, trying to again pin the queen. So powerful. a4, bishop a5. It was equal, and even black is better here, guys. That's the crucial. A takes b5, a takes b5, bishop d1, and bishop takes f3. That is the first blow. It came to equal again, but he should not have exchanged maybe, and queen takes f3, another bishop blunder, and that gives a slight edge to Sundaro against Esipenko, and bishop b6 was the move. And whenever you give an opportunity, Sindaro punishes it, and he played rook a6, attacks the bishops, and he has to go here. or if it goes here, this is there, he can come here and do something. And knight takes d4, attacking the queen. Bishop can take, bishop can take, the set of moves are there. He went on to queen h5, rook takes e5, rook takes e5, queen c6, b takes c4, b takes c4, bishop a4, attacking the queen, supported by the big rook, queen c5, queen g6, bishop a7, rook e8, rook takes e8, queen takes e8, check, king h7, queen g6, check, king g8, bishop to d7, c3, queen to e8 check. And I think here it is so powerful, like, and king is not safe, and he is giving continuous check. King went to g7 and he is positioning the piece very good. And queen g6 check again, king g8, and now rook e6. And here Sindara won. Why it is so good? Because it is mate in 6 and mate in 7s are there, guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We tried to cover as fast as possible, and we went too fast in some places and too slow in some places. We'll try to prepare well and come back better for tomorrow's video, round 2 review. And I hope you will enjoy this series. Over the period of time, we will try to improve our editing, content, and all those things. Thank you so much for watching. Keep watching, keep supporting us, and subscribe to our channel.